Hello, YouTube. Well, first off, I'm excited to do this review. It's my most anticipated movie of this year, and I finally got to see it, and it blew my brains out of the back of my head. But I also want to say that I look swollen because I had my wisdom teeth taken out Thursday. And that's why. But I feel absolutely fine. Like, all these people tell me horror stories with their wisdom teeth and stuff, and they're like, oh, you'll be laid up in bed for like 2 days. Seriously, yesterday, when I went to see the movie, I felt like absolutely fine. So anyway, the movie I saw yesterday was my most anticipated movie of the year, and it is called Sucker Punch. And it is a very misleadingly complex film. It's directed by Zack Snyder, who did Watchmen from, not From Hell, but, sorry, I was thinking of the author. He did Watchmen, 300, recently the Owl movie, and the Dawn of the Dead remake, which is surprisingly brilliant. Sucker Punch is a really hard movie to describe. It's definitely not for everyone, although I highly recommend it. It's very original and very artistically beautiful. It's like a nerd... Technically, I had a nerdgasm when I saw it, so let's just put it there. It was everything that I wanted it to be. The trailers are so confusing. They don't necessarily tell you the plot. The story is this young girl played by the brilliant Emily Browning, who I've been a huge fan of since Lemony Snicket, way back in 2004. And, basically it's her. Her name's Baby Doll. That's all we get her identification as. And she's sent to a mental hospital by her, evil stepfather after her mother dies and she kind of has an issue. She's wrongfully sent there and starts her own imaginary world to try and escape this hospital where she does not belong. And that's about as much as I'm going to tell you, because I do not want to spoil it. Now, if you want spoilers, message me, and I can freaking go off on you, because I think I figured out this movie today, and it really is way deeper than most people think it is. I highly recommend it. The first 10 minutes are so fast, and you don't want to miss any of the beginning of this movie, because it sets it up for the rest of the movie, and if you miss some of it, it might not make any more sense. But this first 10 minutes of this film are highly complex and deep and layered, and by the time you're into it, you're like, what the hell just happened? But yeah, Sucker Punch is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. It's getting panned by critics because they don't necessarily understand it, and because it's not your typical movie. The trailers, like I said, are very misleading. You don't necessarily know the plot going into it, you know enough. The soundtrack is fantastic. I want it, but I'm a cheap bastard, and I'm waiting. But it's a fantastic soundtrack, some great covers, beautiful cinematography, great CGI effects, great fantasy sequences. Absolutely a blast to check out. Cannot wait for the unrated director's cut, though. But it's really dark, it's really good, and I was on painkillers when I watched it, and let me tell you, that was incredible. Although I almost fell asleep a couple times because it was dark and I was really drowsy. And that's why you don't drive when you use those. And, I didn't, trust me, I had a friend kidnap me. And, yeah, it's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Highly recommend it. I give it about a 4 to a 4.5 out of 5, or an 8 to 9 out of 10. I haven't decided on a set rating, but I know it's at least above 4. It's at least 4 or above. So anyway, there's my review of Sucker Punch. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you go see it. If you'd like to talk about spoilers with me and know my full opinion on it as far as spoilers go, I have this theory, and I just figured it out today, and it blew my mind. It's amazing. So anyway, there's that. Also, if you can see in the picture frame, I'm watching TV. I've been on a Dead Like Me craze. Yeah, it's really good. I'm almost on season 2. Kind of sad to see it go. But anyway, there's that. Hope you enjoy this. And, Sucker Punch kicks ass. And it is definitely one of probably my favorite movie I've seen this year. And I haven't seen that many movies this year, but still it's one of my favorite this year's. And I cannot wait for the Blu-ray. And I cannot wait for Tuesday because Black Swan comes out on Blu-ray, and that is what I'm totally doing Tuesday. That and Mad Men Season 4. So yeah. This is an overlong video for a simply breathtaking film. And you stayed till the end, and you get a prize, and I don't know what that prize is. So, make it up. Dragons, baby dragon, doesn't get killed. I don't know.